Imagine standing at the edge of a primeval forest. The air is thick with moisture, so dense it beads on your skin. Every footstep squishes into the soggy earth, and unseen creatures rustle in the ferns. A cicada-like buzz fills the air, and the wind carries the stench of decay and life in equal measure. Welcome to Hell Creek. The year is 66.1 million BC, the Late Cretaceous period. This is not just another prehistoric jungle, it's the dying breath of the age of dinosaurs. Across a muddy floodplain, something moves. Slow, deliberate, and immense. Out from the tree line lumbers a giant, scarred, hulking, and terrifyingly alive. Its skin, armored and rippling with age, tells a history of battles long won. This is Tyrannosaurus rex, the last of its kind, the king of its kingdom. Its amber eyes scan the terrain. A fresh corpse, an Edmontosaurus, lies just ahead. In seconds, the T-Rex lowers its massive head and crunches down with jaws strong enough to pulverize steel. Bones snap like twigs, sinew tears, and flesh is consumed with primal efficiency. One bite, then another. The king eats. But overhead, the sky betrays a different story. A cosmic light, tiny at first, pierces the blue. It's no star. It's the beginning of the end. The legend of Tyrannosaurus rex doesn't begin with the king. It begins with a humble ancestor, born into a world just recovering from one of Earth's greatest mass extinctions. Travel back 165 million years to the Middle Jurassic. In the humid lowlands of what is now Asia, a small predator darts through ferns. It's Proceratosaurus, no bigger than a Labrador. Agile, feathered, intelligent. With sharp teeth and a keen hunting instinct, it begins the lineage of killers that would one day culminate in history's most famous predator. Through epochs, its descendants spread across the supercontinent Laurasia. They evolve, growing larger, smarter, more lethal. By the early Cretaceous, dinosaurs like Delong and Tyrannus dominate the ancient Chinese forests, both feathered, both showcasing signs of complex behavior. Some even display protofeathers, proof that the tyrant king would be born from a lineage as fluffy as it was fierce. Then came the migration. Tectonic shifts expose land bridges between Asia and North America. A trickle of predators begins to cross. Over millions of years, they adapt to new lands, new prey, and new climates. One branch, isolated in a land called Lauramidia, now Western North America, begins to grow, monstrously. By 68 million years ago, the stage is set, and Tyrannosaurus rex, the ultimate predator, is ready to take the crown. Imagine a T-Rex egg hatching in a damp, fern-covered nest. Out pops a baby dinosaur, no bigger than a chicken. Wide-eyed, vulnerable, and hungry. It chirps, calling for its siblings. Around it, shadows slither. Snakes, raptors, even mammals. Survival begins immediately. Most hatchlings, nearly 98%, won't survive past their first year. But those who do, they grow fast. Incredibly fast. Like biological rockets, T-Rex juveniles gain nearly 1,500 kilograms per year during their growth spurt. By age 6, they're the size of a horse. By 12, they're teenage giants. And by 20, they're walking tanks. Their bodies change dramatically. A teenage T-Rex, like the fossil nicknamed Jane, was slim, fast, and likely hunted in packs. Their snouts were narrower, teeth smaller, and legs built for sprinting. Fossilized footprints show groups of juvenile rexes moving together, possibly hunting smaller prey in coordinated attacks. But adulthood brought solitude. At full size, 13 meters long, 4 meters tall at the hips, and over 8 tons in mass, the T-Rex became a biomechanical marvel. Each step thundered. Its thick neck supported a skull that could reach 1.5 meters in length, housing some of the strongest jaw muscles in the animal kingdom. Growth rings in bones, much like tree rings, show bursts of rapid growth followed by plateaus. T-Rex didn't just age, it transformed. So what did the king eat? Everything, and it left no scraps behind. T-Rex was not picky. If it moved and wasn't another T-Rex, it was food. And if it didn't move, still food. Imagine one slinking through tall ferns, golden light streaking through the canopy. It sees movement, a lone Edmontosaurus calf. The chase is quick, one ambush strike, a crunch, and it's over. But here's the twist. T-Rex was a scavenger too. It didn't waste time chasing prey if it could smell death. Its olfactory bulb, the brain part that processes scent, was enormous. Scientists believe it could smell rotting flesh from over 10 kilometers away. Paleontologists have discovered coprolites, fossilized poop, with crushed bone shards, proof that T-Rex didn't just eat meat. It devoured bones, marrow, and all. Its teeth, some as long as bananas, were serrated and curved to shred flesh and prevent escape. If a prey animal escaped with wounds, infections from T-Rex bites often did the rest of the job. Scars found on the skulls of Triceratops show healed T-Rex bites. This wasn't a hit-and-run predator. It engaged in battles. And when it came to combat, it could win through brute force or bide its time. To understand T-Rex, you must understand its world. Hell Creek, 66 million years ago, was a vast subtropical landscape stretching across what is now Montana, Wyoming, and the Dakotas. It wasn't hellish by name. It was named for the exposed geological formation, but it was wild and untamed. The land was dotted with rivers, swamps, and forests of magnolias, cycads, and giant ferns. Buzzing insects filled the air, and freshwater fish swam in murky streams. Crocodilians lounged on muddy banks. Flying reptiles soared above. And the dinosaurs? Everywhere. The landscape swarmed with Triceratops, making up nearly half the large herbivores. Edmontosaurus herds roamed river valleys. Spiky-backed Ankylosaurus guarded their young, while small raptors and birds zipped through the canopy. Each square kilometer may have housed one or two adult T-Rexes, fiercely territorial and constantly on the hunt. Fossils suggest they avoided direct confrontations unless necessary, but when rivals met, the result was often fatal. The climate swung between wet and dry seasons. Floods could transform peaceful plains into raging rivers. Fires swept through. Droughts followed. Through it all, the T-Rex adapted, waited, and ruled. When most people think of dinosaurs, they picture brute strength, not brains. But Tyrannosaurus rex challenges that stereotype. Its brain wasn't massive compared to mammals, but it was exceptional for a dinosaur. Specifically, its olfactory bulbs were enormous, larger than those of any modern-day reptile, and even surpassing some birds of prey. This gave T-Rex the ability to smell with astonishing accuracy, essential for both hunting and scavenging. Its eyes were set forward, not on the sides of its head. This gave it binocular vision, meaning it could judge depth and distances, critical when lunging at prey. With vision likely better than a modern hawk, and hearing that could detect low-frequency rumblings across kilometers, it was a sensory powerhouse. Some paleontologists believe it had social intelligence as well. Evidence of facial bites and healed wounds suggests they may have battled each other for dominance, mates, or territory. Not just mindlessly, but strategically. These weren't mindless monsters. They were apex thinkers of their world. The body of a T-Rex was a biomechanical marvel of evolution. Its skull, over 5 feet long, was reinforced with fused nasal bones, perfect for withstanding bone-crushing bites. Its banana-sized teeth were constantly replaced, ensuring a lifetime of shredding power. Its bite force exceeded 6 tons, making it the most powerful terrestrial bite in Earth's history, more forceful than a great white shark or a crocodile. Its neck was short and muscular, designed to absorb shock during feeding frenzies. Its legs, despite the massive bulk, were relatively long, enabling it to walk at steady speeds for miles while stalking prey. While its top speed is still debated, it likely didn't need to run. It ambushed, letting gravity and momentum do the rest. And the arms? Though mocked for their size, each arm could lift up to 200 kilograms, strong enough to help with mating, gripping prey, or pushing itself up from rest. Even more impressive, its healing abilities. Fossils reveal broken ribs, crushed vertebrae, and infections, all of which show signs of recovery. This was a creature that could survive brutal wounds and keep hunting. No predator challenged it. No herbivore ignored it. The very sound of its approach may have caused the ground to vibrate. Its thunderous footsteps, a warning to all. Then, everything changed. One morning, in what is now the Yucatan Peninsula, a rock the size of Mount Everest plunged into the earth at 72,000 kilometers per hour. The Chicxulub asteroid slammed into the planet with the force of 10 billion atomic bombs. The impact vaporized everything for hundreds of kilometers. But that was just the beginning. Firestorms swept the planet. Superheated debris rained down. The sky went black with soot and sulfur. Photosynthesis collapsed. Plants died. Then the herbivores. Then the carnivores. T-Rex, with its massive appetite, was suddenly left starving in a dark, freezing world. Fossils suggest some individuals survived weeks or months after the impact, but the chain of life was broken. Volcanoes in India's Deccan Traps added to the disaster, spewing toxic gases and ash. In under a few years, geologically a blink, T-Rex and 75% of all life on Earth was gone. But the story of Tyrannosaurus Rex didn't end in fire and ash. In 2005, scientists made a shocking discovery. Inside a T-Rex femur, they found preserved soft tissue, collagen, and when they analyzed its molecular structure, they found that it closely resembled chicken protein. Yes, birds are dinosaurs, not descendants, but direct evolutionary survivors of the theropod lineage that includes T-Rex. Look at a hawk's talons, a chicken's gait, a pigeon's nesting habits. All of them carry echoes of their ancient relatives. Fossilized nests show that many theropods, including relatives of T-Rex, sat on their eggs and possibly cared for their young. These behaviors persist in birds today. In a strange, beautiful twist of fate, the terrible lizard king didn't vanish. It evolved, shrunk, grew feathers, learned to fly. So the next time a bird glides past you on a warm summer breeze, remember, you've just met a living dinosaur. Since its discovery in 1902 by Barnum Brown, T-Rex has captured imaginations like no other fossil. It was the first dinosaur to become a global celebrity. In museums, children gawk at its towering skeletons. In film, it's a Hollywood icon, from King Kong to Jurassic Park. But Hollywood got some things wrong. No, it didn't chase jeeps at 40 miles per hour. T-Rex probably maxed out at 20 to 25 kilometers per hour. Its roar? Likely more of a low-frequency rumble, like a lion's growl or crocodile's bellow. And it probably had feathers, at least in patches, especially as juveniles. Still, T-Rex has become a symbol of power, mystery, and extinction. Every new fossil discovery changes our understanding. CT scans, biomechanical simulations, and advanced imaging have turned bones into windows through time. Even now, paleontologists debate new questions. Did it hunt alone or in pairs? Were males and females different in size? How smart was it really? And the questions keep coming. So what does T-Rex teach us? It reminds us that no creature is too powerful to fall, that life on Earth is fragile, shaped by chaos and resilience. That extinction can arrive without warning, but survival leaves clues. And most beautifully, it shows that even the mightiest beasts may live on in unexpected ways, in songbirds, falcons, and city pigeons. Want to see the king up close? Visit Sue in Chicago's Field Museum or Scotty in Canada's Royal Saskatchewan Museum. Walk through the fossil halls. Touch the bones. Imagine the roars. Do you want to help protect today's living dinosaurs? Support bird sanctuaries. Fight habitat loss. Learn about conservation efforts that protect Earth's oldest bloodlines. Love this story? Hit subscribe. Drop a comment. Was T-Rex more fearsome as a hunter or brilliant as a scavenger? And don't miss part 2, where we reveal the modern bird most genetically linked to T-Rex. This isn't just history, it's legacy. Thunderous footsteps to the gentle flutter of modern birds. Its story reminds us that even the mightiest rulers are shaped by nature's incredible power and resilience. Though the age of dinosaurs has faded, their spirit lives on in every fossil discovered, in every question scientists ask, and in the wonder we feel as we imagine these giants alive. As the ancient world fades into silence, the lessons of the Tyrannosaurus Rex endure, reminding us that strength and survival are only part of Earth's never-ending story. Fossils whisper tales of battles long ago, yet every living bird outside your window carries forward the spirit of a lost age. The science, the mystery, and the awe continue, inviting new explorers, young and old, to seek out the past and unlock its secrets. The king is gone, but his shadow still soars. If you've enjoyed this journey into prehistory, don't forget to subscribe for more epic adventures and hidden stories of our ancient world. Thank you for coming along on this incredible journey.